started my first year as a behavior specialist, but the position opened for director of community partnership. So I applied, and God willing, I got the job, after being there for 1 year, and that's amazing to me. So what I do on a daily basis is well, first of all, me being a loan officer for like 10 years really helped me understand and take this role as a director of community partnership, because what I do on a daily basis is constantly look for partners, community partners to work with our students. 2 years ago, it was easy to get partners. I can go around Kansas City, Parkville, Raymore, Peculiar, you name it, and go get partners everywhere. But all our schools are doing this. So now it's tapping into, I went to Independence last week, and they're like, hey, we're working with our independent school district. I went down to the Kansas City, we're working with KCPS, we're working with our charter schools. So I said, you know what, it's enough businesses in Raymore and Peculiar where I can just exhaust all them, and I'm not lying, 58 is the way to go. So I stay up and down 58. It's probably not too many businesses that don't know me on 58. And what I do is I reach out to those business partners. I stay in communicating with our Chamber of Commerce on both sides. And what I do is on a daily basis reach out to those businesses and say, hey, we got students that are looking for work. And what I mean by that is I have my own business on the side. It's a 360 photo booth, just to give an example. And last year I became a client for our students to help me with me and my wife's business. We started probably 4 years ago, and it's very slow. But what we wanted from the students was, because we don't have time to mess with social media, create those ads, and these kids, they know how to do it. And so what me and my wife did, we said we would just like an ad we could run through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and for our 360 photo booth. And when they created that for us last year, the students, it put about an extra $2,000 a month in me and my wife's pocket revenue. And I mean, it's even more now. I mean, I could probably stop working for Raymore now because of the money we're making for our personal business. And I really would say it's due to those students who took time to create an ad, and we haven't switched it up. We run the same ad from a year ago. I mean, it just does its thing. So the students, they're here to help. A lot of us got businesses, nonprofits, and we all got a list of things we want to do. That's what I like to tell our business. And of course, you don't want to give them those students that number one or that number two thing. These are students. But look down that list, and that number 8, that number 9, that number 10, those things we can never get to, let our students show you what they can do. These students go out, they update websites. If you got a spot in your business that you're not utilizing, they come up with a way that you can utilize that to help your business. I mean, they do so much. You come up with the open-ended problem, they solve it. If you don't have an open-ended problem, that's where I come in. I don't just call you. If you say I don't know what an open-ended problem is, or we don't have one, I say, well, you know what, I bet you do. And I'll sit down with you, and I'll literally do my own research of your company. And then I'll come back with, hey, I looked at your company, I looked at your website. Here's 4 open-ended problems that I solved that I thought of. Do any of them stand out? Almost every time that business partner say, Sam, that's amazing. I want that number 1 and that number 3. I mean, you can work with a group of students, 3 to 5, but most of our businesses, they like to work with 2 or 3 groups. Because again, you're getting 2 or 3 things accomplished that you never had time to get to. And the benefit of all this, real world learning for our students. They're no longer sitting in a classroom being bored. They get a real grade. And I think the biggest benefit is, and I'll use me and my wife for example, we got to utilize those students, and they probably did something that would have cost me and my wife over $5,000, and they did it for free. And the end goal, they want to talk at the end of this year, talk about what they did. And I think it's amazing because these students are learning public speaking skills. They're learning the real world of being on time. I mean, these students have to schedule the meetings with the business partners. They have to be on time, whether it's a Zoom call or whether that business partner's coming in or whether that student's leaving the campus to go visit that business. And the reason we can do that because anybody that works with us, we put them through a background check that we pay for. And now the benefit is, usually you had a year ago, you had to leave and go take a background check. Now, RayPec, we're doing it in-house. We give the background check. So it doesn't cost you anything. And again, once you're a partner, you don't have to take a background check ever again. But again, utilize our students. It doesn't matter if it's middle school or high school. I know she brought up the Lead Center. It's not just the Lead Center anymore. Our entire district, 150